What's good, Does Nation? What's good, family? Peace, love, and light. As always, man, back with another video. So the topic of today's video is going to be how to start your spiritual journey. Now, before I get into this video, the one thing I do want to say is that what this video is not going to be is me telling you how you should live your life or how you should go about your spiritual journey, because that would be the same thing as religion, me telling you how you should experience divinity. All right, so that's one thing that we're not going to do, and one thing that separates traditional religion, where you have to externalize your power to reach I guess being saved or enlightenment, right, as opposed to spiritual, which is self-based, which is where you have to look inward, where you have to actually know thyself. Okay, so that is one thing that separates religion and spirituality. With that being said, family, so how do you start your spiritual journey? The first thing that you have to acknowledge if you are seeking your spiritual journey or just wanting to know how to start is that you've already started. You've already been on your spiritual journey. You see, it's a matter of perspective, all right? And in modern day society, we're always operating from our lower self, from our lower chakra. It's a matter of changing your perspective, and this is what a dimension is, right? And so we live in 3D, right? You have 4D, you have 5D, 6D, you know, infinite amount of dimensions and perspectives. That's all a dimension is. For example, right now, you're looking at me through this camera. This is one dimension. If I were to move over here, that's another perspective. That's another dimension that you're viewing something from. If I were to put the camera on the ceiling right now, that would be another perspective, another dimension. And so now that you understand that, you can understand that for you to start your spiritual journey, understand you have to look at it from another perspective. You've already started. And the fact that you clicked this video means that not only have you started, right? Because you can start something and not even be aware of where you are, right? And so the fact that you clicked this video, it probably means that you've awakened to some degree, which means you will now start to actually interpret the universal language, which is mathematics, which is numbers. Now it's important that since you are awakened, pay attention to the numbers that are around you, because right now, if you're actively trying to, you know, learn more about your individual spirituality and spiritual walk, it's more than likely that you will start to see the number 111, 1111. And why is that? In numerology, number 1 is a very powerful number. It is the beginning, right? So when you see 111 or 1111, this is a sign that you are now conscious. You are now awakened. So now that Kundalini energy, which is an energy that lies dormant within all of us, every human, all right, that lies dormant within the base of the spine, is starting to rise up your 33 vertebrae, right? It's starting to rise up, and it's going to continue to rise up until the point that you reach full enlightenment, okay? So this is what they refer to as full enlightenment, when you have aligned all your chakras and your Kundalini energy rises all the way up out of your crown chakra, symbolizing your ability to detach from this physical body. Okay, so you are already on your spiritual journey. This is how you start, by acknowledging yourself, by knowing thyself. If you don't get anything else from this video, understand this: the number one law is that you have to know thyself. You have to know yourself. And once you make this connection and understand, wow, maybe something bad happened to me when I was 6 years old and I'm still holding on to that trauma, but now that I have another perspective, I see how that trauma when I was 6 actually served me to become the man or woman that I am today. And because I went through that experience and I've acknowledged it and acknowledged that it served me, now I can use that experience and serve other people, because that is what it is about on the spiritual journey. Once you know thyself, you can truly walk into your calling and divinity, which is to ultimately transfer energy. All of us need each other, and as a human being, our nature is to be social and to connect and to network. This is why we can't do anything truly by ourselves. We need each other, right? This is why you even have duality, the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine. Everything needs to be balanced. And so once you truly realize that you have always been on your spiritual journey, now you can truly do what you were called to do. All right? This is how you start your spiritual journey, by focusing on yourself, understanding and interpreting how you feel. What do you feel? Are you allowing yourself to feel? What emotions do you feel right now? Don't suppress your emotions. Actually let them come up. And once you acknowledge your emotions, you can now make the conscious decision of, do you accept this to be true or false? That is the power that you hold. So you starting your spiritual journey is you understanding your power, you understanding your divinity, that, you know, that hidden truth, that you know, you are the God or goddess of your reality. All right? And this doesn't have anything to do with religion. This is just about self and how powerful you are. This is your spiritual journey. This is your birthright. This is what it means to be enlightened, is to really truly value and know thyself. The ancestors knew this, okay? This is what was in the hidden gospel of Thomas, all right? This is the spiritual journey. You will continue to learn as you go through this experience. You were called here and you agreed to come here upon your arrival to this 3D plane. But now that you know this, you also understand that your spiritual journey is never going to end. Because even after you leave this body, your energy will be transformed and transferred. So this is what it means. This is what it means to be on your spiritual journey. Is to know that you are everything and everything is you. Even the things that seem to be below you or dark only reflect a certain facet of yourself. It doesn't mean that you have to visit those areas that you aren't proud of, but understand that all of those areas make your totality, from your root chakra all the way up to your crown chakra, from your most primal instinct up to your, you know, enlightened self, your higher perspective. And so if you came here wondering how to start your spiritual journey, this is how. You take care of yourself. You watch how you eat. You acknowledge how you're feeling today, your emotions. You think about others as well as yourself, and think about how what you do impacts the world. Even on a minuscule scale, what you do impacts the world. The thoughts you think impact you. The stuff that you allow yourself to consume impacts you. Become sensitive to what matters to you and how you can truly be your best self. All right? Taking care of yourself and valuing yourself and valuing life in all its forms, whether that be in plants or animals. Valuing life and understanding that everything is literally a reflection of you and shares the same consciousness. Meaning that a lion, even a grape, even a grain of sand is literally everything that you are. It's literally the same consciousness, the same energy. All right? And this is what it means to be on your spiritual journey, all right? So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Okay, this is how you get started on your spiritual journey, is by knowing thyself, is by truly taking care of yourself, being still, being in this present moment, understanding that you are more powerful than you've been told. All right? You've been lied to. You are of greatness. And my intentions with this video was to give you guys this knowledge to, you know, encourage you to really focus on yourself. Because at the end of the day, nobody else can save you. And this is the truth. You have to actually work on yourself. And you're going to continue to work on yourself as you go through life, as you go through the many obstacles and adversity and trials that you must face. Because the fact of the matter is, you have a gift that somebody needs. And for you to truly deliver this gift, you need to experience, you need to go through the ins and outs of this life. And this is why we have strife. This is why we have suffering. This is why we have pain. It's because of the universal law of polarity. For good to exist, bad has to exist. And once you understand that everything is constantly striving to be balanced, you have bad down here, you have good. If you take away this, there can be no good. If you take away this, there can be no bad. So everything has to be perfectly balanced. And this is what Ma'at stood for. Alright? This is what the ancient ancestors knew was balance, duality. It doesn't matter what culture you went to, Asian, African, they had a sense of duality and balance. Everything has to be balanced, okay? This is the law of polarity. So with that, family, I'll leave you with this, sending you guys tons of good and positive energy. Make sure to hit that like button, alright? And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay blessed.
Imagine waking up with no dollars in your pocket, hoping for a job so you ain't gotta pop it. Maybe you can coupe it, maybe you can drop it. Middle finger, all of the D's, they all watch it. Tim's and hoodies, the concrete, jungle rocky. Lighted a fan, cause who the flunk gon' stop me? Light skin cocky, dollars in my pocket, reckless ass